Here's the thing about culture. Culture brings human beings together and knocks aside the differences. Governments like to split up, slice, divide culture, unless we have good people close to governments that keep governments in check, like you guys. You got to keep government, and it's a fight.
Music, of course, has the power to heal and unite us, transcend differences, and help promote peace in this very fractured world.
1776, the Declaration of Independence declared the United States independent from Britain and King George. Quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with uncertain, inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." That is what we stood by in the document, so what changed? It's the early 1970s in the Bronx, New York City. Hip-hop has been on the rapid rise as it reflects negative after-effects of political discourse and economic hardships, small communities having to close their stores and businesses. As a result, the youth turned to the streets for recreation, using self-expression to work through violence, poverty, and inequality. The arts were their voices.
My name is Dr. Blake Brandis. I'm a hip-hop artist and educator who focuses on growth mindset and sharing the power of yet in schools. So hip-hop has been at the forefront of issues of freedom of speech ever since it came out in the 1970s. There's a very famous Supreme Court case with Two Live Crew. And the question was, are these obscene rappers going to be allowed to release their music? And the initial judge ruled that they were not, but then that ruling was overturned, and it became one of the bedrock cases. Skywalker Records, about whether these rappers and rap and hip hop as an art form was considered protected speech in America. And ever since then, it has been ruled that yes, it is protected speech. The freedom of speech is at the core of who we are as a country, and the ways that we allow, the marketplace of ideas and different forms of cultural expression to come together, even if people vehemently disagree about them. And part of the reason that it's so sacrosanct is because it is the foundation of a political discourse that is genuinely free. Because the second we start saying this idea is okay, but that idea is not, all of a sudden it just becomes a political trial, and often there's not even a jury. It's just saying, oh, we don't like this, so you're not allowed to be here. And we've been unfortunately seeing that recently with international students being deported just because of Facebook posts. So that's one of the ways I think hip hop has provided a voice for people, not only in the United States to protest, but also internationally. The Green Revolution in North Africa was really kicked off in Tunisia by a rapper named El General, who had this rallying cry against the existing government. So we see it all across the world that hip hop is often at the forefront of political protest and really pushing the envelope of what's allowed to be said and who is allowed to say it.
When the founders stood up to King George, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When abolitionists fought to end slavery, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When workers organized to form unions and stood up to their bosses, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When women demanded the right to vote, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When Black Americans fought to end segregation, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When the LGBT community stood up for their rights, they were told it was impossible, but they won. Brothers and sisters, they did it then. We can and will do it now.
Our founding fathers believed in a strong communal bond, a gathered force. If we don't see eye to eye, that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Humans, all of us, are the same yet different, and that's okay. In the end, we need to remember what's important, that as the USA, we have a say in what happens. Our arts, our culture, our movement, our decisions. We have a choice. You have a choice. There is no USA without us.